What's up, football fans? Time for another STP Snap Tackle Pod. I'm Mick Shaffer and KSHB 41. This is Dion Clisso of PrepsKC. We are here to talk about high school football in and around the Kansas City metropolitan area, Kansas and Missouri. Two states. That's it. No hat this week, Dion. What are we doing here?
No hat this week.
Playoffs, all right? We need
playoffs. Got to kind of stay.
Dion.
Well, we need to stay a little neutral in playoffs. You can.
Oh, it's true.
You don't want to see, and it's one of those things that so many coaches, and there's a lot of good guys who are head coaches, and they're playing each other now. And like I'm interviewing for my radio show, it's like, hey, good luck, but good luck to the guy across the way too. And it's a lot of these where these guys know each other so well. They're kind of friends, and it's like they really wish they weren't playing each other at any level. They'd like to meet in the state championship if they could.
I mean, it's easier during the state championship week, right? Where most of the time, almost all the time, it's going to be a local team taking on a non-local team. So you just be fanboy and all that stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, we definitely want to get as many, titles back here to the Kansas City Metro. And that's kind of the way that goes there. But this next couple of weeks is brutal. You'd see guys with good teams and good players, and they're going home, and other teams are playing, and it's just the way it is. And that's the beauty of playoff football. And also it's sad because a lot of these kids are stepping off the field for the last time.
Well, a lot of them stepped on the field for the last time last week. We are down to half the teams in Kansas and Missouri, roughly, in the bigger classes that are left. A couple of maybe surprising wins or some eyebrow-raising wins, but we talked about it. It's kind of the worst week of football. Not kind of, it is every year. So a lot of times that doesn't, lend itself to a lot of those upsets. But I thought on the Kansas side, Olathe South had a good win. Probably not one that you expected over Blue Valley North if you're just kind of like the casual high school football fan. But you and I knew they were good enough to make that a game. And not only did Olathe South beat Blue Valley North, they beat them with the backup quarterback. Their starting quarterback's been out for the past few weeks.
Yeah, and they did a really good job on defense. And Blue Valley North has, they lost 6 in a row to end the season. And if you told me after week 3 that, they'd lose in overtime after giving up a lead against a Lee Summit North team that is looking really, really, really good at this point. And then
you thought the first loss, like, okay, that's fine. 2 great teams, you can drop that game, but somewhere along the way, it felt like maybe they got broken.
Yeah, and Makai Miller got hurt there and missed the last few games. Somebody's like, well, Miller's hurt, so that's it. No, they had 4 guys with 600 yards receiving. Mm-hmm. There were plenty of targets for Henry Martin. Their running game never developed. Their defense, which was probably a question mark coming in, became a liability probably because they weren't scoring as much and they had to try and slow people down. And then they get into a wind and rain game with a team like Olathe South that was fine with that. They didn't throw a pass till the last drive of the game and hit a great pass to do it. I mean, it was a fantastic touchdown to take the lead back, but they led most of that game. I mean, Blue Valley North scored late or midway through the fourth quarter to get that lead, and then Olathe South came back. So Craig Lewis, great win for him, a guy who's been around for a long time and coached at Truman, was a head coach at Truman and on the staff at Stanley and has been a Olathe South. And, if he gets some players, he's a pretty good coach. I mean, his teams are always prepared and ready to go. And good to see him get that win. But now they've got Blue Valley Northwest. He had a great quote after the game. It's like, well, they're state championship caliber, so we're going to play it like it's state championship.
Like it's a state championship game. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, there was a bit of house money they were playing with because, midway through the season, if you said, hey, you're going to knock off Blue Valley North. That being said, they were a higher seed. So technically,
the 8th seed, yes.
Seed-wise, it wasn't that great of an upset, but no, it's a good win for that team, definitely.
Yeah, and there was only in 5A and 6A in Kansas, there was only one seeded upset on the east side in 5A and 6A.
Yeah,
and that was Blue Valley Southwest beating Leavenworth. And
they'd already beaten.
It's not really a team they'd already beaten, and not really that, not an upset. It's just by circumstance playing in the EKL, you weren't going to be seeded very high if you were Blue Valley.
And I'll say this, I was surprised by the score. I actually thought Leavenworth might win this game there.
Yeah.
And they hammered them, and they're playing really well. And I think they should have taken a little more lead from Mr. Anthony Ork, the coach at Southwest, when he's like, well, we got this guy back, we got that guy back, we got this guy back.
They've been hurt, exactly. They brought some guys back, and it paid off. You saw them.
Sometimes they're telling you exactly what the issues have been.
Yes.
You got to
read between the lines.
You got to be able to pay attention to like, oh, they're a little banged up. Let's see. They're probably ready to go now. So, yeah. Good win for them, 37-7 over Leavenworth. Hey, hats off to Leavenworth. Great season for them. Eddie McLaughlin, their outstanding quarterback, had a great season. So, good things. If Leavenworth can get players, and sometimes hit or miss with the base there. You get kids moving in and moving out, and that's the kind of thing. If they can get players, Coach Station and his staff do a good job, I think.
All right, let's talk about the Missouri side last week. Blue Springs almost pulling off the upset of the year.
Yeah.
Falling to Liberty North by, a lot of people's accounts, the best team, my account, your account, probably the best team in the Kansas City metro area, falling by 3 to Liberty North. That would have been a colossal upset.
Yeah, it had led 3 different times. I mean, they kind of down 3-0, got a touchdown, and they kind of traded the lead back and forth. And I think there's a few factors at play here. One, Blue Springs has talent, probably a little bit better than the talent doesn't match up with their performance and their record. So they came up short in what they probably could have been. And then 2, they made a great play early on. Ike Ezeagu, converted kid who was playing basketball as a sophomore on a standout team a couple years ago, is now an outstanding defensive end / tight end athlete for them. And he takes a screen pass, kind of bats it up in the air like he's rebounding something. You're blocking a shot, takes it back for a pick 6. And that kind of got them going. And the thing about it is, and people forget this all the time, they're still 16 and 17-year-old kids, especially on a team like Liberty North that's a lot of sophomores and juniors. And you could sit there and tell them and get into them all week long and say, hey, this is a team with talent. They're going to look across the line and go, oh, didn't we beat them like 35-7 or 42-7? Yeah, okay, coach. We'll be ready. And then they find themselves in a dogfight. So, yeah, I think that's a good wake-up call. If you're going to have it the first week. Get things, motivated and it's one of those.
You always have that one game, right? On a state championship run, every time it seems like you're that one game in the playoff where we got to find a way to win. It wasn't pretty, right? It's by the skin of your teeth sometimes, but you survive in advance.
Well, and in a playoff run, if there's things you're harping on them about and they're not getting and they still win by 3 touchdowns, then you have a hard time fixing it. I remember talking to Coach Appleby at Mill Valley right after they lost that game, and he goes, you never need a loss. He goes, you never want a loss. He said, but when you guys lost to Free State, he goes, all the things we've been telling them that needed to get better, they were like, oh,
you hey. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, I see now what you're saying.
Yeah. Coach, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he said they really fixed those things and it kept going on set. So for Liberty North, it was probably a good eye opener to say the least.
Absolutely. I like the battles that parts of the metro area had with the southwest part of Missouri. Last week, Dion, a couple battles that Southwest part won, and a couple battles that the Kansas City area won. You had Ozark, Kickapoo, Joplin and Nixa all playing local teams. Joplin and Nixa getting victories, but then Ray Peck and Lee Summit North able to move on.
Yeah, Lee Summit North just rolled Ozark. They were the 8th seed in that district, and Ray Peck had a little more tougher time than
it was a close game
with Kickapoo. But I think Kickapoo's kind of solid. I don't know if they're spectacular. Nixa and Joplin are good teams. Joplin's lost 2 games. They beat Webb City. They've lost 2 games to Nixa and to Carthage. Carthage is undefeated in Class 5. Nixa's only losses to Carthage. So that little kind of group down there, you throw in Webb City, are all pretty good teams. So Lee Summit did a good job against Joplin, and hopefully, there wasn't. I think there was a solid game. Joplin supposedly was missing some players, so it was one of those things that. Maybe they weren't at full strength, but Lee Summit went down there and gave them a game. Lee Summit West wasn't really even in the game with Nixa, but I think that's a lot to do with Nixa. So no, you've got good district semifinals in that district with Ray Peck and Lee Summit North this week. It's one of our Remax Big 3 games, and then Nixa and Joplin. So if Ray Peck pulls the upset, they're heading south, no matter what, as a 4 seed. So they know that if they're gonna make it back to the semis for a 3rd straight year and really get things going, they're gonna have to be some road warriors over the next couple of weeks.
Who's better, Joplin or Nixa, do you think?
I think Nixa is.
Nixa
beat them in the regular season, and they've got an outstanding tailback. And Nixa is a team that gave Ray Peck some issues last year in the district final.
That's right.
And then
and
so and beat Lee Summit West last year in the district semi. So yeah, they're definitely a good program. We talked a little bit about last week. They got a coach that moved up from Mississippi 2 years ago and took a pretty solid team. With some good athletes and really kind of got them pointed in the right direction because, it wasn't that long ago, 6-7 years ago, they were in the Class 5 state championship game. They knocked off Park Hill, albeit after Park Hill lost 3 quarterbacks in a stunning win over Fort Osage, where the Fort Osage kicker missed a chip shot in the quarterfinal game. And then Park Hill had to go play Nixa at Nixa without really a quarterback at all. It's like the year before Billy Maples was a freshman on that team. They were like, yeah, we can't throw a freshman out there. They literally had no quarterback. But that was a pretty good Nixa team. So Nixa had some players, and they continue to have some players. So they're a team to watch. I mean, if you're Lee Summit North and Ray Peck and Joplin, don't be stunned if you're playing against Nixa and Nixa beats you.
Absolutely. So the big news coming out of the Missouri side this week is that the suburban conferences are splitting into fifths. I guess now we're going to have five suburban conferences as opposed to 4. Why that move, and what will we see from it, Dion?
Well, essentially, in a football sense, you'll go 5, 6, gold, silver. Now there's a silver. 5, 5, 7. So red, white, and blue.
That's the number
5, that's the number.
Teams in each league.
If you would, there's 28 teams. If they would have gone 4 7s, essentially what you've done is that you created the silver, which has 6 teams. And so your gold, and I may have to look it up, but I know the top 2 off the top of my head. The gold is Blue Springs South, Liberty North, and Ray Peck.
And it all goes by school size?
And Lee Summit West and school size. And then the next 6 are Liberty, Lee Summit North, Lee Summit, Park Hill South, and Staley. Currently, Staley is the only Class 5 team in those two leagues.
So that's gold. It goes gold, silver, red, white, blue.
White, blue. Yeah. So now that being said, there is a decent chance that Staley could be Class 6 in football the next cycle, next year. They were really close this year. And if that happens, then those top 2 divisions are all Class 6 schools. That's probably the best way to do it. And then the next one's down is red, white, and blue, and it's a lot of the same teams. The North Kansas City Oak Park, I think, is in. If only there was a website that had it listed, I guess I can look that up. I'm not that dense.
Are you? Have you listed it yet?
Yeah, we've got it out there yesterday, and got it out there on Tuesday. So your suburban red is Fort Osage, North Kansas City, Oak Park, St. Joe Central, and Truman, which is basically what the white or what the red was, moving Fort Osage and Truman up. Your white is Belton, Grain Valley, Platte County, Raytown, and Crispin, which basically moves Platte County up. And then your blue is basically everybody but Platte County, with Excelsior Springs moving in because they're coming back into the conference for the first time since 2007.
Yeah.
With Grandview, Kearney, Raytown South, Ruskin, Smithville, and Winnetonka.
Are there 2 more teams they could add to get to 5, 6s, I guess?
Yeah, that's a talk. I mean, that's one of those questions.
You have to go up to St. Joe or places like that?
St. Joe Benton and St. Joe Lafayette, there's still currently 3 high schools in St. Joe. There's talk of closing one of them, and that would maybe they might want to increase the size of the other 2, and that might bring them in. I don't know how much they're wanting their smaller school to be in with the suburban conference.
Yeah.
People always talk about Harrisonville as a team.
That's right. They're not in yet. Yep.
The big situation is being able to fill out the 14 sports, all the sports that are in there. Van Horn is an independent school, but they still don't have all the sports. I don't think they have girls golf and tennis and things like that. And that's even though it was a Class 4 school. So those are 3 schools right there. Whatever the combo is, which I'm assuming it's going to be a combo of Benton and Lafayette, or Lafayette stays, Benton closes, and everything kind of shifts. That's what I've heard. I'm not trying to close Benton on anybody, but that's kind of what I've heard things would be. And then, maybe a Van Horn, a Harrisonville, that would get them to 30. Heck, I mean, down the line. So if you were to add those 3, that would get you to 31. There's talk of a Park Hill new high school in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
So there's 32. Lee Summit could be at that point in the next 5 to 10 years. That's 33.
Reinvent some colors.
Well, you could go to 5 7s.
Yeah.
If you got the 35. Center, people have talked about Center. And then a Oak Grove or an Odessa. I don't know if they'll ever get big enough for that because they're still going to be Class 3. And I don't know. Blue Springs, I don't think will open a new high school. Probably not in the next 5 to 10, but after that, I mean, and I think Ray Peck, there's also discussion whether Ray Peck would split. So yeah, you could easily get to 35 and have 5 7s. Mm-hmm. There was I heard all kinds of crazy things coming out there. Like they wanted to rank 1 to 28 in every sport and split it into conferences after they ranked them 1 to 28 based on, and I was like, this is talk of people who've never sat through a seeding meeting
Yeah.
Basketball.
You want to do that for every sport?
It's a nightmare. And I just think that sometimes people overthink things. And so we'll see how this goes. I mean, they've gone to 5. I don't think they're going back to 4 unless, schools start closing or dropping out of the conference. We'll see. I think some people say they like it in terms of football because it opens up the non-con a little more. You're not locked into some teams. I think like the North Kansas Cities and people like that probably like it just because they may not have to play up as much with those Class 6 schools being kind of in that gold and silver. And so they'll play against each other a lot more. So no, it'll be interesting to see. And like I said, but it was 2008 when they went from 3 to 4, when Staley came in to make it 25 schools. So it's taken them a little bit of time. When Liberty North came in, they stayed at 25 because Hickman Mills closed. And then they've added Grain Valley and Smithville to get to 27. And now Excelsior Springs comes back in. They left in 2007 and Platte County took their spot. I kind of had to reverse engineer this on Tuesday night because I'm a geek about this kind of stuff. And I had to know when they came in, and by figuring out who came in and who left.
That's
and
funny.
Like Excelsior going to Excelsior and Platte County coming in 2007, or Excelsior going and Platte County coming in 2007 kept them at 24 because they were 3/8 at the time, and then they brought in Staley, that made it 25, and that's when they went to 4 leagues. And
you could write the Wikipedia page for Missouri.
There was a guy a few years ago who had written Suburban Conference history books. And he was selling them somewhere, and you could still find it on the web. I have emailed and called, and those are no longer active numbers or emails. He was an older gentleman. I am nervous that he may no longer be with us.
Oh no!
And then getting a copy of those books would be tough. There's another good source for some of that stuff is the Examiner itself. The late Dick Purr used to keep, probably going back to the 60s, records on every sport for conference records and things like that. That is, I have been told, in a cabinet somewhere, even though they have moved offices in the last year and when they downsized from their current office. So that'd be a good thing to know. Sunflower League, there's some places out on the web that has all that history that you can find. And I've got a couple places of bookmark. Now, if somebody takes the sites down, I'm screwed. But, the EKL and Sunflower, there's a little bit more out there. And there's a guy, it's called Kansas Football History I just found in the last month. And it's not bad. He's getting stuff out there. And that's a pretty good spot for records and conferences and to go back. And, there used to be, K-Preps goes back to about 2008. But anything that goes back into the 50s on anything is great, just history in that sense. That's one of those things that is fun to talk about. If you had more time, I'd love to, dive into it myself and do some of that stuff. But that's one of those things that takes a lot of time to round up and type in if you're going to put it online.
All right, let's do our Remax Big 3 games of the week. Over on the Kansas side, you have Shawnee Mission Northwest and Olathe West. It's going to be on Spectrum Sports. That's a rematch of a great game where Northwest ran out to a big lead, and Olathe West came all the way back and got them.
Hey, let's have those guys just play 7. I think those two teams are fun.
7 games?
Yeah, just make it a 7-game series because it's going to be each one of them are going to be a great game. They're just kind of built for what each of them on defense are not good at, the other team is good at. So it's really kind of, they can score and they're fun, and two really well-coached teams. TJ O'Neill and his staff do a great job at Olathe West. You see how they've just gotten good right out of the box. And we've seen what Bo Black has done at Shawnee Mission Northwest, where they were like non-existent. And now not only were they good when they had that good group of seniors, those guys went bye-bye. He took his tight end and said, "You're going to play quarterback." And he said, the first game didn't go well. And Blake Reeder, I think his confidence might have been shook a little bit, but all he's done has been fantastic the rest of the season. And so those two teams, I love that game. I'm excited to see highlights from that and see how that goes.
Yeah. Olathe North and Olathe Northwest also in Kansas 6A East. Northwest's been odd this year. They'll lose some bottom feeders, but they'll beat some big boys like Olathe North.
Yeah, no, I think they lost the first time around. They beat Olathe West. Also, they beat Olathe West early in the season. That was kind of an eye opener.
Yeah.
Aaron Hafner has done a great job over there in 4 years at Olathe Northwest. Their 6-3 record ties the best record they've ever had. 6 wins is the most they've ever had. And he told us in an interview that's going to air this week that they have 27 seniors, which is a pretty good number. It's not fantastic for a 6A school. You'd like to be 35 or so like that. But they have more seniors than they did freshmen that first year.
That class has grown.
That class has grown. And that says a lot about what they're doing. And that's a good thing. Because I think Olathe Northwest can be, all the Olathes can compete, I think, if things are going well in terms of what they've got going on. So no, it's good to see them. Olathe East was pretty good last year, and then they took a step back this year.
Yeah, they're the only Olathe not playing football right now. All four advanced past the first round.
So no, that's it. I think I like Olathe North in this game, but good for Olathe Northwest. They're having a good season.
All right, so here we go. St. James finally down playing 4A teams. They'll take on Baser here in round 2 of the 4A playoffs. Undefeated Baser. This has the feeling of like what should be a semifinal game, but how it's paired up. These guys are matching up in week 2.
Yeah, the 1-8 matchup, and it's a great matchup of styles because Baser's defense is really good this year, and they like to run the ball. We know that St. James, they run the air raid offense. They get the ball out quick, and they've got receivers, and Jackson House is having a great year. Claiborne and Nissen, their receivers are fantastic. They've got a good sized line. They're running the ball a little better now that their offense is clicking. They're able to get the running game going. They throw to run a little bit. But Baser Linwood, Zach Sizemore is an outstanding tailback and really does everything for them. And that defense has been just outstanding. They gave up 27 to Pittsburgh 2 weeks ago, and that was kind of like the first time they'd given up some points. They gave up 21 to Center and 27. Everything else has been 2 scores or less. So it's definitely a different Baser team the last few years when they used to be shootout central. It was like you got to get to, if you're Baser, you had to get to 40 just to feel like you had a chance to win a game. So unfortunately, this is definitely a spot where these are 2 really good teams, and one of them is going to be sitting at home next week, and the other one might go on to win the state championship and do it easily.
Yep. Remax Big 3 on the Missouri side looks like this. Center and Summit Christian. I like the small school matchups here. Does Summit Christian have enough to hang with the Yellow Jackets?
Well, I'm hoping that there's some pretty good injuries on center. I'm hearing that maybe the quarterback Joseph Vick is out. He may have torn an ACL against Lincoln Prep, and then the Jacory Love may have done an ankle. That being said, Todd Burke, the coach at Summit Christian, sounded even more nervous because they've got 2 little scat backs that they may just run Wildcat with. And he's like, they've got tons of speed. And he said, we're going to have to be physical with them and do what we do. And that's what's going to be is a great matchup. And these are 2 well-coached, really good teams. And Summit Christian just continues to do well under Coach Burke. And they've had a good run. And of course we know Centerwood Brian DeLong does year in, year out. So good one. That's a good semifinal. And on the other side of that's Odessa Pleasant Hill in that district. And Pleasant Hill's playing really good.
That's a rematch.
That's a rematch from a good game. And Odessa, they're still clicking along. But this is going to be another good test for them. So that's a good Final Four in that district.
Yep. Platte County hosting North Kansas City. That's a rematch of a week 4 game in which Platte County got the shutout. North Kansas City kind of hit some rough times as of late. They have enough in the tank to get a win here.
Well, their offense has come to life the last few weeks. The defense has been playing pretty well, and the offense has picked things up, and their special teams have picked things up. They scored 56 against Chrisman in that game. They got down in that game early and came back, and Coach Douglas said he really liked the way his kids kind of answered. And, we talked to him about, they're getting to this point. They've been to this point. They've been to a district final a couple times. They've been to district semis a couple times. And that wasn't something they were doing 7-8 years ago, but now they are. They have yet to really break through and get that district win. Like a beating to Platte County would probably put them in pretty good shape. Fort Osage is on the other side. They're playing Staley, but he said that is one of the things that he's proud of is, not just saying, oh, we've got to get that district win. We've got to go deep into the state, but saying, hey, we're at least at the point where we're here every year. You put yourself in position to be in district semifinals and district finals. You keep putting yourself in those positions. Eventually you will break through because kids, they know what it's about. So this is a game where Platte County's defense has been outstanding all season long. Their offense has been pretty good most of the year. I think they got down a little bit to, St. Joe Central kind of scored with them a little bit early in that game, but I think that's a tough game for them to get focused for too. And these 2 teams played each other so much. Coaches know each other real well. A lot of respect on both sides. Defensively, when North Kansas City beat them in the regular season 2 years ago, they did it with pick sixes and kickoff returns and 2 pick sixes in that game. So they definitely could score different ways. And their offense is finally kind of getting its feet under it and playing pretty well right now.
Last but not least is Lee Summit North and Ray Peck. This is another rematch of a lopsided game. It was 41-14 in favor of the Broncos of Lee Summit North last time. Dion, I'm expecting a much closer one this time. Ray Peck kind of feels like they're getting into form.
Yeah, they're getting their offense together. And when we talked to Coach Martin, he said, we had a lot. He goes, we had so many new faces. That it was taking them time to get things going, but they're getting it going now. The defense has played pretty well all season long. I mean, they give a lot of points to Lisa Summit North, and he said, it feels like their offensive line is playing better. But this is going to be a knockdown, drag out game. I'm hoping to at least hit a half of that and come back and start cutting highlights for you guys, and get out and watch that one. That one's close to the house, so I can get out and watch it. Plus, it's a good game.
Nice.
I think it's going to be a very physical game, a very tough game. And the one thing you can't count out at Ray Pack is a team that's been to semifinals last year, won a state championship, been in district finals the last few years. There's, when kids do it over and over, sometimes it's just in the DNA that they don't know any better, that maybe they aren't as good as the team across the way, and they just think, well, we're supposed to win these games. This is where we're at. I joke about Blue Spring South softball. Not that we talk about softball in this thing. They just went to their 5th Final Four out of 6. They won 2 titles and went to 2 other title games. And some of these teams, the 2 champion teams, the first championship team was nails. They were great. You fully expected them to win. The next one that won it wasn't that good and didn't really play that well until the end of the season. Mm-hmm. This team was pretty good, but these are girls that have been to the Final Four 3 out of 4 years. Yeah. And there's something to be said about that.
Absolutely.
Mill Valley. I mean, look at what they've done. Some of those teams.
They hang their hat on that this year, although they played great. But
just Bishop Miege.
Knowing the ropes.
Bishop Miege had a run, a couple, they had the dominant runs, but they also at the beginning of that kind of just had their DNA, like, hey, this is what we do. We go deep, and even their last couple, they weren't quite as dominant, but they still just got going deep. And you're looking at the St. James, it's doing the same thing. They just kind of turn on at the right time because they think that's what it is. So that's the thing with Ray Pack. You got to be careful. They are still a champion until someone ends their season.
All right, a couple more, Dion, and then we will get out of here. Park Hill and Park Hill South, Blue Valley West and Blue Valley, a couple brother v. brother games this week that intrigued me. Who gets the win in those?
I like the way Park Hill played against Rockhurst last week in a tough physical game. They're going to need to play that way again. Their quarterback, I think it's Kendrick Bell, Ronnie's little brother, is dangerous, and Park Hill South's going to have to contain him. That being said, Park Hill South's defense is really pretty good, and they are tough and big and physical. I think they're bigger than Park Hill right now. They're more physical. Also, their running game, Briggs Bartosh got hurt a couple weeks ago. Lewis Odeker has stepped in for them and done a fantastic job. And Nathan Rico, the quarterback, is playing at a high level. And, he's got a good Moody Rubin, one of the best players in the city. So they've got their offense is back to doing what they're doing. And I really like the way they're playing. I like Park Hill South in that game. And to probably get a Liberty North, Park Hill South district final. Though I think Liberty's playing well too. So, and Liberty North can't come out and play like they did. They can't look past anybody. So, because Liberty's pretty good. So I like that. Blue Valley West, it kind of goes back to 3 weeks ago when they played. And then
it was a close game. Blue Valley got the win though.
In the second half, they kind of went what they called their Rhino package, where they went big, and then Grayson Holbert just ran the ball out of the quarterback spot.
23-17, Blue Valley got the win at West. This one will be at Blue Valley.
Yeah, so Blue Valley West is a good football team. If you were going to look back and go, oh, they only got the second round, you'd be like, no, you could have put them in a different bracket somewhere. Yeah. And they came over and pounded Raytown in the non-con. So they're a good football team.
Yeah, West was leading that game 17-10 going into the fourth quarter, and then Blue Valley scored the final 13 points.
Yeah, and Blue Valley West handled St. Thomas Aquinas, kind of like the last team to beat them. And it's those are good games. That's what you want to see in second round games, good tough games, and I think that there's a lot of them this week, which is great.
All right, one last one here. St. Thomas Aquinas goes to Spring Hill. We saw Spring Hill kind of dominate the regular season in Kansas 5A. Then they lost that last game to Eudora, got the win last week. Aquinas going on the road. Do you think this could be a test for the Saints, or is it just kind of Mill Valley and Aquinas just kind of paving a way for each other once again?
I like Spring Hill and what they've done this year. They kind of started taking on water the last few weeks a little bit. I'm hearing, and I haven't
lost their quarterback, right? Or
quarterback Fletcher Pankey.
He's been out.
He's been out, and that hurts him. He was a good player.
Yeah.
And they should feel no shame even if they lose this game. They've had a great season. They're a good football team, and Coach Feeback has done a great job down there. But Aquinas seems like they've kind of got it figured out again. Their line is playing really well. They're getting ahead of teams. They're running their flex bone. Aquinas' problem comes when they get behind. And when they get up on you, they don't have problems.
Sure.
They run what they want. Sean Carroll's fantastic, and I think Max Ford has played a little bit better for them at the quarterback. And if he can just do a little bit passing the ball, they don't have to pass it much, just enough to just get it off, get the other team kind of backed off just a hair. That makes Sean Carroll almost unstoppable, and their defensive line is so good. So I think we could be barreling towards a Mill Valley St. Thomas Aquinas matchup, but they both have some business to take care of before they get there.
They do, yeah. There's gonna be games we always talk about. There's gonna be that game in the playoffs that you got to take care of.
At least DeSoto's not on the Mill Valley side this time.
Right, yeah, but they got to go to Pittsburgh, and then,
Pittsburgh.
But that's a good team, and then so yeah, there's some teams out there lurking. Although the winner of the Mill Valley St. Thomas Aquinas game has represented Kansas 5A, I believe, the last 6 years.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, from 2015 to maybe 2014. So from 2014 to 2020. But yeah, we'll see. I call it moving week, Dion. Right?
Yes. Little golf
the quarterfinals and the semis are the best. Now you got to get in position. It's like Saturday of a big Masters golf tournament. It's moving day right there. This week is moving week, and a lot of good matches.
No doubt about that. I think it's gonna be a good week, and then the next week is really probably maybe the best, close to the best week in football.
Yep.
Depending on which side, and like the quarterfinal week is really good in Missouri, and it's quarterfinal week next week in Kansas. I think quarterfinals are always the really good ones, but the next couple of weeks are really good.
Awesome. Be sure to check it out at PrepsKC.com all night long. Any scores you need, check out Dion's website. I'll have all the scores for you, up-to-date scores, all that stuff. You'll be very impressed. And then check out our Under the Lights show at roughly 10:15 on Friday night, as we'll bring you all the highlights that we captured and Dion's crew captured as well. 15 minutes of high school coverage on Friday night. You can't beat it right here on KSHB 41. For Dion, I'm Mick. We'll see you next time on Snap Tackle Pod.